No tengo miedo a morir porque este es mi mundo. Mis hijos no estarán solos sin mí ni un segundo. Todos son de mentiras, no les doy ni un minuto. Siempre he sabido que soy yo versus este mundo. No tengo miedo a morir porque este es mi mundo. Mis hijos no estarán solos sin mí ni un segundo. Todos son de mentiras, no les doy ni un minuto. Siempre he sabido que soy yo contra este mundo.
Like a eureka moment is when they pointed out how she looks like fucking, what's that girl's name? Presley. Whatever Presley.
Jamie Presley.
Jamie Presley, bro. Yeah. You actually look at it and you're like, oh, dang.
And you know what's funny, dog? Is that I've always thought Margot Robbie's like a fucking 10. And
Me
Jamie
too.
Presley's like fucking trailer trash.
Trashy. Yeah. Huh?
And I'm like, how the fuck does that work, dog? Where
we get tricked, dude. No, I used to think Presley was hot as fuck, but I did think she was a little trashier. But, dude, Margot Robbie looks exactly like her.
Yeah.
Or they look exactly like each other. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy, dog. Yeah. I told you know that if I eat like certain tortillas, dog, I get fucking sick, right?
You get fucked up by the Taco Bell ones is the only one I know.
Well, just any fake tortillas like that. Like, I don't know if it's like
preservatives. Like if you get the
Guerrero ones and shit.
From even the grocery store, you're saying.
Yeah. And there's a few that I are passable. So dog, I fucking earlier, it was after I left work. I was like, fuck, dog. I was like, I haven't eaten today. I was like, before we record, I was like, I better eat something. I was like, because if not, it's gonna be fucking a couple of hours. Next thing you know, it's gonna be fucking late. And I go, fuck, you know what? I was like, I'll give me a carne asada burrito, right? From fucking Sombreros or Diego's or whatever the fuck it's called today. So I got it and I was like, I think those tortillas fucked me up. But I was like,
you know what's in there that you kind of go, hey, might be one of the ones that fucked me up.
Yeah, like
you throw up though, huh?
Yeah, so Sombreros, Filibertos, fucking Taco Bell, like any fast food tortilla. And
Filibertos, I feel like has real tortillas, don't they?
They do, but there's something in it. I don't know if it's when it goes to like companies like that where they have a shit ton. Maybe they're like there's a preservative or something in them. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I fucking actually, you know what? I think Filiberto's changed theirs recently because I think I can pass them now. Well, anyway, I get one from Diego's, right? And usually the smell is right off. It'll get me right off the bat. You can tell. I could tell right off the bat. I'm like,
yeah.
I fucking get me a burrito from Diego's, right? And I was like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, it has like a little scent to it, but I think it's fine, right? I was like, well, you know where this is going. So I was like, no, I go, it looks authentic as fuck. And I was like, because I was thinking just eating like the contents out of it. Because I was like, if I could just
not risking it.
Not even that. Like right off the bat, I was thinking I wanted like carne asada. I wanted meat. I didn't want like a bunch of bullshit. And I go, fuck it. If I have, I'm trying to rationalize, right? I'm like, all right, I could have a carne asada burrito, the fucking tortillas, the carbs. Like, even though I'm gigantic, dog, I still do that mind shit, right? And I'm like, so I'm trying to go, okay, I haven't eaten. So if I have tortilla with carbs, cool. If not, maybe I should just eat the contents from it. I'm like, no. I get home, dog. I go, this shit's good. This is cool, right? Take a bite, and I was like, fuck yeah, dog. I was like, this shit's good as fuck. I knew I was full of shit. Dog, I finished.
You're trying to trick yourself. Like how Rich goes like, I'm not sick, dude. You know how he says he talks himself into saying he's not sick?
That was me 100%. And I go, I'm good. Fucking, and then I go, I'm gonna throw some like pork chops or something in the fucking air fryer. I go, I can have them later tonight or fucking tomorrow for lunch or something. Like, okay, cool. That's going on. Still eating my burrito. I was like, damn, this shit's fucking good. And I'm getting like a weird feeling, but I'm like, it's just in my head, dog, you know?
Damn, this shit's good.
This shit's good. Yeah, I can't be sick. This is just fucking good. Dog, the second I fucking finish, I'm like, oh, fuck, dog.
I wonder what it is, dog. You're the only person I know that has that.
You know, my sister's like that. And I didn't know until like a couple months ago. My cousin Junior's like that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he was fucking...
same shit, though, the same exact thing? So it's a genetic thing?
I guess, because my cousin Junior goes... He's like, you know when you eat tortillas or some shit, but they're like fake and they fuck you up? And I was like, I didn't even bring it up.
I do.
I was like, I thought me and Julie were the only ones. Like even dog, even like sometimes the like from Chili's or Applebee's, like the fucking chips and salsa or whatever. I don't know if it's the chips.
Oh,
or
even the
salsa.
tortilla chips. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's either the chips or the salsa, but I fucking always eat them together, so I don't know which one it is. I'm assuming it's the chips.
It's got to be the chips, bro.
So then, Doug, so I fucking finish it, and I'm like, all right, I'm cool. I was like, fuck, I feel a little sick. I was like, no, I'm good. And I'm like, fuck, we're gonna record in like 15 minutes. I was like, fuck. And I was like,
I'm gonna look skinnier.
I was like, I'm good. I was doing my show prep, dog. So I started throwing up right for my show prep. No, dog, I fucking go. I go, fuck. I go, fuck. I go to my trash can in my kitchen and I just fucking hover over it, dog, and I just fucking vomit out the whole fucking burrito.
All of it.
Sweating and shit, right? And instantly feel better. And
That's
I go,
so weird, dude.
Dog,
I've never heard of that.
And I grab the fucking, trash and I fucking take that out and I just jump in the shower real quick, dog. And I feel fucking normal right now. But it's just, dog, whatever it is that hits my fucking system, it's like, you're fucked. And I'm like, dog, and it could taste good. It's not even
you said you feel it coming. Like I'm starting to feel weird.
Yeah, like it's like, it's almost like you have like fucking butterflies and shit. Like you're gonna go present like somewhere.
That's so odd, bro. But the thing is, even like places where I think you would think they do like real, like the place you just mentioned, I thought is a pretty like authentic place. Is it not? Sombreros?
Yeah.
That's the one where like on 24th.
Yeah, in 4th.
Yeah. I never really ate there. What did it used to be?
It was actually, I don't know what it was before Sombreros, but it was some shit. Then it was Sombreros. Now it's Diego's, but it's all like the same fucking company.
No, wasn't it like Popeyes or something? Wasn't it something completely different? And then they changed it to a Mexican place?
Yeah, I forget what it was though, but it might have been like years ago, like when we were kids, it was Golden Corral, and then I think it burned down or some shit.
Corral. I don't even remember that shit being Golden Corral, dog.
Then they fucking rebuilt a new building. And then it was some shit, but yeah, dog, it was but anyway, I fucking dog, I don't know what the fuck it is, but as soon as it fucking hits me, dog, my body's like, nah, I don't fuck with this shit. And then and I wish, dog, because like their shit, like I wish I could have like those burritos or even like Taco Bell, dog. I like their fucking crunchy tacos and shit sometimes. And I'm like, fuck it, I would like one of their random ass burritos, you know?
Yeah, I fuck with their crunchy tacos, dog. I do. Yeah.
For real, huh? Like, dog. And see, my thing is like from Sombreros, Philly Bertos, all that shit, I only get carne asada fries. And the reason is because I know like maybe one time years ago, I tried a burrito or something, got fucked up.
You only get the carne asada fry because there's no freaking tortilla with it.
No.
You're just like, yeah, exactly. Okay.
And so I've done that for both of the, like, and it's not even like, oh, it's because those are my shit, which I do dig them, but I wish I could have other shit on the menu, you know?
Dog, I thought you were just, after our pedas, dude, I thought you just like carne asada fries.
No,
I thought you just like carne asada fries at 2 o'clock in the morning, dog, after
and I do.
And shit, dude.
And I do, but it's because of my options, you know? So it's like.
That's funny. Oh, that's how we always do a torta or carne asada fries, dog.
Yeah, dog, because you fucking, right?
Hey, remember we used to, one of us will get the burrito, one of us will get the carne asada torta, dude. It fucking half and switched.
Dog, don't even. Oh,
that's when I was 300 pounds, dog.
Oh yeah, you were sexy back then. I remember.
Hey, I could still do it. There's a fucking fat man. My sister says there's a morbidly obese woman living inside of me, dude. I feel the exact same way about myself, dog.
She says that about herself, right? Not there's a morbidly obese woman living inside of you.
Yeah, no, yeah, inside of me, nah, dog. But that's what she says about herself, and I can totally relate, dog. Like if I let loose, I could fucking still grow up like before.
Yeah, for me, there's a morbidly obese man living outside of me. I'm saying, dog, he's outside.
He's present right here, dude.
You know what I'm saying, dog? You and your sister, you have to go within. I'm like, nah, dog. But that trips me out because I'm like, I guess it's something that I've been like that ever since I was a kid. Like I
remember you saying this shit, and I'm like,
yeah, what? Dog. Since we've met, you fucking have known that, you know.
But I thought you meant it like when you said it the very first time you said it, I thought you meant like they gross you out and you just can't do it. But I didn't. But then later on, you ended up explaining like it's a fucking actual react. I want to eat it. You know,
Yeah.
like it's.
There's some that smell like fucking patas that I hate.
Yeah,
like,
those are fucking gross.
You're
dog.
like, oh fuck, those. Just thinking about them, you know. But no, there's some that I'm like, these are authentic enough, and then I eat them, and then fucking like today.
No, they weren't.
All right, and that's another one I can't have, you know. Dog, we were in Long Beach, right? Same shit happened. We were at this Mexican as fuck restaurant, right? And we grubbed, dog, and I was like, I look at fucking Bree, and I'm like, hey, it was us and another couple because we went up for a dance competition. So I'm telling my fucking homie Kevin, and who shows love to Los Pochos Hermanos, and it's him,
Kevin.
his lady Maria, and then fucking their kid, and we're eating. I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta
go to the restroom.
I was like, I gotta I started instantly getting fucking sweaty and shit.
You get the sweats,
dog, 100%. And I was all,
they're probably like, dog, it's not even that hot out here.
No shit, dog. I had a black, my fucking Calvin Klein jacket. It's a decent looking jacket, right?
I know which one you're talking about. Hey, I even know your wardrobe. I know which one you're talking about.
I know which one. Yeah, the one with the mancha from 97. Yeah, no. So, dog, so I fucking take that shit off, right? Because I'm like, oh, it's just because I'm fucking hot, right? And I'm like, oh no, I know what's coming, dog. And I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be outside, right? Dog, I go
this
right
is in San Diego,
in Long Beach.
In Long Beach,
and I'm like, dog,
oh, that was that horror story.
I don't know. I don't remember telling you, but I fucking walked out in front of my car, dog, and I was like, the whole fucking like $300 dinner we just had was.
But
fucking,
dog, that's the one where the hotel fiasco and shit, right? Was that one?
Oh, I think it was.
Three different hotels and shit. Yeah,
I forgot that.
Hey, I listen, dog. Hey.
Dog, no, for real. We fucking. Dog,
I'm an active listener.
We leave dinner and we go to our hotel, and it's all black, right? And we're like, damn, dog, they keep it nice and dark here. And we walk in and they're like, hey, our power's out. And we're like, what?
Oh, I thought you meant like the staff, dog.
Yeah. No, the lights, dog. It was dim. It was, and
it was a bunch of fucking brothers and sisters.
Yeah, dog.
All right.
And then and this big fat black lady, she's like, "Come over here, Sugar. I can do for you." And nah, dog. It was fucking. They're like, nobody could check in. It was a fucking it was crazy. But yeah, it was that day, dog. I forgot about that.
I thought so. That's why I said horror story. I didn't say horror story, dude. I meant horror story.
Yeah, you said. Speaking of horror story, the UK guard, dog. I have so many thoughts. There was, for the people that don't know, there was a guard in the UK, female.
Bad, dude. Freaking bad, dog.
Dog. Video came out of her hooking up with one of the inmates. And if you want, you can share whatever you're thinking. I'll let you know what I'm thinking, but I have so many questions. I just
wanted to bring it up just to see what your thoughts were, dude. Because I don't even know. I don't know how I feel about it. So I want to hear what your thoughts are, and then I can bounce off of it. Because
all right,
first of all, I just think it's nuts, dog. That's it. That's all I can think about. You know?
Yeah.
But you know, the part that I do find funny is like the dude that nothing's happening. The dude that's recording, dog, is making it seem like he's getting fucking
that's how we fucking do.
Yeah, bruv. Because they're in English. Yeah, bruv. This is how we do it, bruv.
Yeah.
You know?
If you come here, he's all.
He's got recording a in his hand.
Dog, her fucking radio's going off. They're like, all units. He's like, shut up, you fucking bitch. He's like,
fuck, suck your mum.
Yeah, go suck your mom. That was the one I heard. Dog. I want to remember that. Yeah, go suck your mom. Well,
so what do you think about it?
Okay, first of all, she's fucking dumb. Because I'm like, dog, and I'm like, I'm sure it could be tempting if you're a dude and there's prisoners and maybe there's some hot chick prisoners. Dog, you have to know, first of all, it's going to come out. You know, not maybe today, maybe not tomorrow, but dog, even worse, the fucking homie's recording it.
Yeah.
I'm like, dog, that would have been rule number one for me. If I was either the inmate or the chick, Well, not really the inmate, because what are they gonna do? Give you more time? Who gives a fuck, right? Even fuck another guard, right? But the chick, dog, if I was a guard there in all her glory, dog, if with her duty belt on, dog, she fucking drops her fucking pants, moves her fucking thong out of the way with her duty belt on, and starts fucking. First, I would have been like, all right, dog, if I'm gonna fuck your homie, you better turn that shit off right now, because that, or else this shit ain't gonna happen. Like, if the video didn't came out, think about how many times shit like that is going on and we don't hear about.
She's married too, dog. Did you know she's married?
She is?
Yeah.
She was married?
Yeah, for real.
Dog, think about how many dudes she fucked in there. That's crazy.
You have no idea. Okay, so here's my take on it. Well, keep going with your thoughts, but let me just give this in there. And I hate to do this. I hate to do this to you, bro, because I pop every bubble, dog, you know?
All right.
I don't believe anything I see anymore. One, maybe she didn't want it to come out, or not that she didn't want it to come out. She didn't care if it came out, because from word on the street is that she's an actual, like, or was or is an influencer. This is only more exposure, dog. Like, only more exposure, right? And now people see how bad she is, and then she just gets all kinds of attention, more followers, dude. Like, it only helps the case, dog. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was almost maybe like, I don't care if it comes out, like, out of like strategy.
Yeah, no, I could see that 100%, especially, dog, if she's already got somewhat of a following, and then this shit is only going to intrigue people to go search her UK guard leaks and shit, you know, on Reddit or whatever the fuck. So yeah, I mean, I could see, dog, if she really didn't give a fuck. And how long was she a guard? Did it say or anything?
No, I didn't look into it that much, dude. I just was like, where's the video at?
You know what? Actually, this kind of goes off on a tangent, dog, because recently, and by recently, I mean like in like the last like 3 days, I have never used Reddit. I don't even know how to use it. Right?
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of shit as Los Pochos, how we could get our name out there, right? I've been like commenting on people's shit and doing shit and fucking fire.
As Pochos?
Yeah, right? Just trying to do as much as I can, fucking going to people's shit. And I'm like, I'll go to like the UFC shit, and I'll see like on Instagram, if people are commenting, you know, there's one with like 300 likes, and then I see the dude with no likes. I'm like, go fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because the one with 300 likes ain't gonna give a fuck if they have 301. But the dude that has one, he's like, who the fuck? Who's strategy, bro? Who's showing me love, right? So I'm thinking, all right. So the same thing went for Reddit. I'm like, dog, I always hear like Red Band and Kill Tony and them talking about like, oh yeah, something about the Reddit threads, and you hear the Reddit threads and shit.
Yeah.
And I might have been listening to Rachel Feinstein on fucking Dan Soder. I think they might have mentioned something about the Reddit threads or something. I was like, you know what, dog? This shit I can't be fucking like all crazy complicated. So I went and I fucking I found like a Kill Tony one, a UFC one, like different forums and shit. Basically, that's all they are, forums, right?
Yeah.
And so I started exploring it, trying to figure out how to use it and shit. And then but for me, dog, that was all new and only because of Los Pochos Hermanos. But you mentioned it. Do you use that shit, and have you always used it? Or
nah, it's only when you can't find that shit on the internet, dude. Reddit has it, you know?
Yeah.
If you know there's something out there on the internet, and it's not always like dirty, bro, but it's like most of the time it's dirty, dog.
not all the time.
It's trying to not sound like a creep, dog.
Hey, it's dog, it's not always
a dirty one.
Hey, well, give me an example of when it's not. I mean, you know, I'd have to think about it.
Dude, I would have to think about it hard, bro. But like even the Brendan Schaub stuff and the Bobby Lee stuff, and like when they were beefing, they kept saying it was on Reddit. So I went to go search to see what was going on that, and see like what was actually being said and stuff, bro. So it's things like that. Yeah, I don't know. Most of the time it's dirty, bro. Got to be real.
Yeah, but no, but and that's the thing is that I always, in my mind, it was always like, oh, for like fucking scumbags and shit, right? Like as far as like the content that's on there.
Thanks. It's fucking for nasty pieces of shit, dog. You know?
No. But going on there, I did see like there's like UFC fucking forums and shit, and different Reddits of they showed like fucking. I saw they were saying Yuri fucking had like staph infection. Yeah, yep. and so I started going on that thread and reading all, and I was like, oh cool, it's not all for like pieces of shit. It's for normal people too.
Honestly, yeah, it is. There's a lot of stuff on there. And but most of the stuff, it's when you can't really find it on the internet, like where Google won't show you it or whatever,
Yeah.
Or I don't know, like even if there's like a news thing and they don't want to show the video, Reddit will have it, bro. You know?
Yeah, and that's kind of or like if they have like a video, like you said, that came out on the news, but it's like blurred out and shit. You could get the real shit. Yeah.
If you want to, it's almost like the fucking dark web, dog. It's like the legal dark web.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was where I was like, I wonder if this fool uses it, because when we were talking about that UK lady before we freaking recorded, and you had mentioned something about a Reddit thread, I was like, this motherfucker uses it regularly,
Nah, I mean, I'll probably open it like twice a month, bro. Like I don't really open it.
Yeah,
I don't even have it. I even have it like off of I have the icon, like the little app thing, like hidden. I don't even throw it out there, like, because it's not even a normal one that I go to a lot.
Yeah. Well, there's a few things that I know we were talking about. We wanted to talk about. Bronny.
Wait, so like, is that it? Is that your take on the guard? You said you had so many thoughts. So
yeah, well, it was why was this dude recording? I'm like, is this motherfucker trying to beat off to it later? I'm like, it's his homie in there, but I mean, if you're in prison, it's kind of limited, right? So, I mean, whatever. She's not showing a whole lot of shit, so I mean, I heard. So it's kind of like, it's like
rumor has it on Reddit.
Rumor has it, that that she had turquoise chonies, but so I'm just kind of like, why was a dude recording? I was just like, but I think you talking about her, she really, maybe she didn't want it to get out, but it could have been strategy where she didn't give a fuck if it did, right?
She didn't care. Yeah. I just don't believe anything nowadays, bro. Like none of it.
Another example, I was watching Kill Tony one day, and I saw like the craziest shit I had ever seen, and I was like, oh fuck, Luis, Luis, check this shit out. Are you watching Kill Tony? And you're like, oh yeah, dude, I just started it. And I was like,
I was like 20 or 30 minutes behind you.
Yeah. I was like, fucking fast forward to right here, whatever. And I was like, the craziest shit that I've ever seen in life happened. And then it fucking plays, and you're like, I don't know, dog, that shit was probably staged. And I was like, oh, fuck, because it probably
ruined it.
But in my fucking ignorant mind, I was like, it's like, what did a comedian say? Something about fucking when a chick is like faking orgasm or shit or something, it's like professional wrestling. She's like, I know it's fake, but just let me enjoy it or something. And I'm like, that's how I kind of feel, dog. I was just like, fuck, dog, just let me fucking come on now. But it's true. I mean, especially, dog, something like as big as fucking Kill Tony. I mean, I'm guessing it had to be staged, but I'm like, oh man, please, come on, tell me it's not.
Yeah, but it just goes to show where we're at, bro. Like as society, if that girl did it just to get more followers, like that's how low we're getting now, bro. Like, and it kind of feeds right into no hate on what we're about to talk about. Right, I'll just transition right over to one of the topics we want to talk about, because I think it kind of the overall encompassing, at least for me, the way I see it, in like the theme is like the degradation of society, bro. You know what I mean? Like it is just
encompassing degradation.
Bro, I've got to stop being so nerdy, dog.
Like, Los Pochos and Hermanos, dog. That's what we are.
Power slap, dude. Power slap. We wanted to talk about power slap a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
We both watched it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we were talking shit about it. You know, I was not buying into it. You know, I'm like, man, this is stupid. And I remember when UFC first started kind of blowing up, people were calling it like human cockfighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now it's kind of been normalized. And I would say power slap is kind of going down that route. Like, really, dude? But we watched it. The production was great. It was exciting. Yeah. But I will say, like, we have to at least emphasize that we understand that it's kind of nasty, right? Like, it's kind of like, you know, I don't know. All of this shit, to me, when you hear about, like, the Roman Empire, all these, like, or the Greeks, bro, all these, like, what's the word I'm looking for, dude? Like,
Stavros?
Superpowers.
Okay.
Like, like the people who dominated that time.
Yeah.
You always hear about, at the end, before it all collapsed, they were at the top of the fucking game. They were at the top of the world. They ran shit. And at the end, it's always like this kind of shit where society degrades and everyone's fighting against each other politically and everyone's using weird shit and like
gender and shit even
bro. That's
even
where
if
I
you
was
go
going
back to like the fucking Roman time, the shit like you're saying, even now how it's like, oh, there's 12 genders and men can have babies and all this shit that's going on. You go date back to right before the collapse of society, that shit happened and it's been a cycle, right? Is that what? Yeah. So that's
global superpowers. It always collapses, and when it collapses, it's always gender starts to become murky. Everyone's fucking each other. There is no morals. There is no traditionalism, and it sounds like I'm like outdated or whatever, you know, like old. I just sound old, but it is kind of hitting a different thing nowadays. But I gotta admit, I love the power slap, bro. I mean, how do you feel about it?
Well,
saying all that, we understand, but I loved it, dude. It was dope.
So
I liked it a lot.
I gotta tell you, I've been hearing about Power Slap. They're on Power Slap 8. So we've been hearing about this, right? For a minute now. Every time I heard about it, saw clips, I was like, this is fucking stupid. I like real fighting. I like UFC. Mm-hmm. I like jiu-jitsu. I like boxing. I like real, you know, combat sports. Slap fighting is a bunch of bullshit. That's how I used to think. Right?
We know where we're going up.
So talking to my buddy, I went to watch Jorge versus Nate Diaz at my buddy's house last night. And I told him, dog, I was watching slap fighting, right? And he loves betting and shit too, but I don't think he's as much of a degenerate as us. So he was like, and he's from New Zealand, right? So he's like, oh man, like my same accent for everybody. He's like, oh, I don't like that slap fighting.
That wasn't that bad, bro.
and he was like, tomatoes and garage, you know? And I'm like, you mean garage? But anyway, dog, he was like saying it's a bunch of bullshit. And I was like, I wanted to hold him by his cheeks and go, listen, I thought the same shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I told him, I understand. Believe me, I was there 3 weeks ago. I was like, there's rounds, there's judges, there's fouls. I was like, you know, there's do-overs, there's no flinching. There's so many things that actually it is. I hate to say
it's
it,
but sport,
it is a sport, dog. And I was like, dog, just watching the event. The only person we knew on the whole card was Paige Van Zandt.
Paige.
We come to watch it. Doug, the first fucking 4 or 5 fights before her, I was like, oh, fuck, I'm in. I'm in. By the time it got to her, I was like, all right, cool. She was just another fight.
It was just a plus. I was just a bonus on top of it. Yeah.
And then,
no, you're right.
And then I was like, the way I typically, for Los Pochos Hermanos listeners that don't know, the way I usually bet on the UFC female cards is I usually vote for the uglier one, right? And I'm like, because the ugly, I'm like, duh. If I'm placing a bet and you have Paige Van Zandt and you have fucking Amanda Nunez, right? And Amanda Nunez, dog, she looks like she has a dick, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, who am I gonna bet on? Paige Van Zandt, the fucking prom queen, or the quarterback? I'm pretty
You
sure.
heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first. Betting strategy from the Butchers in Atlanta.
The fucking, because in my mind, the manlier one has dealt with more shit about, man, fuck that hot ass bitch, right? And or has always dealt with that her whole life, right? So coming up, she's always been the uglier one. She looks like fucking she looks like Raul Rosas, you know, like, dog, who's that? There's a UFC fighter, a chick. She looks like Raul Rosas.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Well, okay, but if you're a chick and you look like Raul Rosas, I don't give a fuck how good your life is.
I'm betting on you.
It has been harder than Paige Van Zandt. I'll tell you that much. So
1000%.
that's how my bets typically go. There are some more things. Are they Brazilian? Okay, maybe they're a jiu-jitsu black belt, whatever. But for my starting point is who's fucking uglier, right?
Yeah.
Or who's hotter, whatever.
Yeah.
Then I take some more strategy into it.
Make some modifications.
So I'm fucking watching slap fights and I see this. We're watching Paige Van Zandt come up, and I tell you, this dude's gonna fuck up Paige Van Zandt. And you go, nah, dog. You're like, it's a different fucking sport. We can't have the same strategy.
We can't use the same stuff, bro. We don't have enough data yet. You know?
And look, and this chick, I knew nothing about her, right? Paige Van Zandt, dog, she's been fighting for a minute, right? She's done fucking bare
I think
knuckle.
we kind of underrated that. I think we underrated that a bit, you know? She actually is a gangster.
Yeah, she is. And I was just like, I didn't take into account everything that she's done. And so I, you know, was like, there's no way in hell Paige Van Zandt's gonna beat up this dude, you know?
Yeah.
And she beat up that dude, right? And fucking rocked her, dog. She dropped to a knee. And it was just like, damn, this
rocked her multiple times.
Yeah. And this is where I was like, damn, this shit really is interesting. So our whole point of this conversation is, if you're fucking sleeping on slap bets, power slap, don't give it a chance, right?
Yeah.
Give it a chance. Like, I know UFC is easy to, if you never watched it, you know, and you're a dude and you fucking like combat sports, I'll fucking check it out. It's an easy sell. Power slap is not. But telling you, both of us who enjoy a lot of competition, basketball, football, combat sports, we will tell you it's worth watching 100%.
I was entertained. I'll leave it at that. You know, I feel like I was entertained, and yeah, I mean, maybe we're dumb. Maybe we're the dumb guys that got pulled in by, you know, Dana had to be using strategy by putting Paige in there,
100%.
and we were the suckers that got pulled in.
Yeah.
And then now we're the suckers that are into it. But it was on Rumble, which is, you know, YouTube's competitor, but it's like they don't censor you.
It's the Reddit of it versus Google.
There you go. And the production, since Dana White's involved, dude, the production might as well be a UFC quality production, bro. Like, it looks great. It looks good.
And then not only production. Announcers, you had Michael Bisping, right? UFC fucking announcers / alumni, all that. You had Charlie Arnold doing some of the post-fight interviews, which does shit from UFC. You had Mark Smith. You had some of the UFC referees. So, dog, it was basically a UFC production with a different type of fucking different sport. Yeah. But all of the same, you know, refs, announcers, freaking every athletes, right? It's Paige Van Zandt. So you're looking at that like, it really is a UFC production. Yes, more lowbrow, but still entertaining as hell, dog.
It was, bro. I hate to admit it, but I'm gonna own it, bro. It's good. I like it a lot. It did a good job. They pulled me in, and in all honesty, I probably will be watching every power slap, bro. You know,
Literally yesterday, I was looking up power slap, and they don't have the next one scheduled yet, right? You know, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like going through, dog. And
man.
Like, from hating it like 3 weeks ago, dog. So I'm like,
all addicted.
How the fuck are you not gonna have a schedule of the next upcoming events or dates or dog? I'm like, so I started getting mad at Dana White. You have the UFC Apex. If you want to have it, if you don't have a venue, you own a venue. Right? Because I was just like looking forward to it, and I was like, fuck. What about? Do you know when the next BKFC is or no?
They have one like once a month, don't they?
I don't know, but that's another one I needed to look up.
But you got Mike Perry coming up really quickly over here in maybe 2 or 3 weeks now with the Jake Paul Mike Perry one.
Yeah.
So maybe BKFC is going to take a back seat to that and just say we'll come back in August or something. Who knows?
And that's another one that has stepped up their production value since Conor
McGregor
had
really
come
good.
Up. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I know.
And that's another one. That's another one where your betting strategy didn't work for that one either, dude.
No,
remember?
that one is
that
one's different because with this one, just like we were talking about in one of the last episodes, they get cut open right away. It's so different. Way different. Yeah, there's another one where it's a newer sport where you have to, if you got to take in a lot more. You can't use your same strategy across the board just because it's combat sports.
Just because they're uglier doesn't mean they're gonna win, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But both of them, both BKFC and Power Slap. I know we talked about BKFC on the last episode, but they both though are winning me over, bro. They're very it's very entertaining when you're watching it. I'll say that
100%. Oh, you know what? Speaking of where I was hella entertained and I wasn't sure if I was gonna be, was Nate Diaz, Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah, it was really good, huh? They did a great job. Hey, both of them came ready to scrap, dude. Like they trained.
I was thinking, we're watching the first couple of rounds. Nate Diaz is coming out swinging, and I go, is Jorge kind of waiting to see? I mean, if he'll gas out. And I was talking to you at the time, and you're like, gas out. You're like, you mean something that's never happened in the history of Nate Diaz's career?
Nate Diaz does not gas out.
But I'm trying to think of what's Jorge thinking. I'm like, is Nate Diaz just that much better? Or what the fuck, right? So then the fight's going on, and now you see Jorge coming with some more power, and I'm like, oh, fuck, this is dope. Dog, I was looking for rounds fucking 7, 8, 9 for them to not even gas, but slow down. Dog, to the final bell they were swinging. There was little to no clinching, which that's one of my biggest pet peeves in boxing. Is clinching. I fucking hate clinching. But, you know, the only time I'm clinching, I like clinching is if I'm fucking running to the restroom, I'm about to shit my pants. Then I'm clinching.
Cheeks, dude. I like clinching cheeks.
Gotta clinch, right? You gotta fucking, as you're fucking trying to get your belt off. But that's the only time I like clinching. Other than that, it's a fucking waste. It's a bitch move, whatever. We saw almost none of that in this fight. There was about, 1,400 punches thrown. There was
1,400 punches thrown. Like they scrapped, dog.
They scrapped. It was nothing like, a celebrity boxing match or whatever. Dog, these motherfuckers, and I would have been happy with either decision because they both scrapped. I feel like they're.
How'd you have it?
I had it. I probably had.
I think you had at least 1 or 2 more rounds for Masvidal than I did.
I had like 6-4 Nate. I don't know, dog. Maybe 5-5. I would have been cool with the draw. Yeah. But after Doug, that was just from visually watching it and trying to score during, right? Just as far as I'll give Nate that round or whatever. But looking afterward, looking at the physical punches and shit, and Jorge's percentage of accuracy, I was like, damn, this motherfucker did throw more punches and his shit had power behind it. And I was like, fuck, I mean, if they would have went his direction, I could have seen that too. So
when you were watching it, it didn't feel like Jorge threw the more punches, bro.
It didn't. It didn't make sense to me when I saw when I saw the numbers after the fact, like when they're showing it right before they're going to announce it, I'm like, did Jorge really fucking land more than Nate? Because it did not look like that. Jorge's were very impactful, right? When he would fucking Nate would do his little fucking right, fucking whatever, and then he would fucking right, and he would fucking
the voice
like, dog, fucking Jorge would come with some fucking power, but I still was like power. I thought he had power, but less. And then you see power, and you're like, oh fuck, I don't know, dog. And I was looking at different threads and shit, and people were like, this was a very strategic robbery. They were like, people were like, the UFC should take notes, and I was like, I wouldn't say it was a robbery, but this shit, it definitely made me. When I saw the actual,
what do they mean by the UFC should take notes in strategic robbery? Like, what are they trying to say? Like they don't have real fights and try to have the
what I took it as
outcome already be predicted or planned?
No. What I took it as is it'll be like fucking you beat the shit out of John Doe, right? And then they're scoring it. We go to the scorecards for whatever. John Doe or fucking, you know, Billy Rigamorta has it, you know, 30-27. John Doe, 30-27. Or like, you know, where they fucking, they're saying the one who clearly lost it. There's plenty of times where the UFC will say they fucking won it. This one was kind of, I don't know. So people were saying that
it can't be labeled a robbery at that point, then, bro. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
Yeah.
If it's close, then there's no robbery.
And
right, it could have gone either way.
And see, for me, I'm like, it was close.
Yeah.
But then I the only way I could say, okay, I could see the quote unquote robbery is where you have more punches landed, more impactful. It was more impactful, but just gauging it round by round, and then fucking you add up your scorecard. I didn't see it as a robbery, but I could see if you're going off of more punches, more impact, more whatever, more damage or whatever, maybe. But again, like you said, that wouldn't be a robbery. A robbery is a clear result.
Yeah.
If Nate would have won 7 rounds and then you come out and fucking Jorge and you're like, oh, what the fuck? That's a robbery. So I don't know. It was just, anyway, long story short, it was a good fight. It was way more entertaining.
The only takeaway here, go get negative, bro. It's just it's a little sad that I feel like not enough people care. No, not enough people care. Like, do you remember what a big deal the original BMF fight was, dog?
Yeah,
they had Trump, they had the Rock
there,
putting the belt around the winner and shit. Like, so now it just kind of, but it happens to everyone, dude. Everyone has their moment in the sun, and then, you know, when it's not your turn anymore, it's not your turn anymore. But I just don't think people took this one as seriously, but it was very good. So it's unfortunate that people do look at it that way, but it was very entertaining, very good. They both fought their asses off. There is no robbery. It was a close fight either way.
What do you think about Nate Diaz saying he's going to come back to the UFC and try to get UFC gold?
Dog, do you remember the end of the Leon Edwards fight? Where he rocked him and he looked like he was going to knock him out?
Yeah.
He's 39 years old. I don't think he can do that with a young buck anymore, dude. Like, I just thought, but it goes back to what we're saying. Like, it's sad, you know, that I think their time has passed. This was entertaining for what it was, but I don't know if people care the same way. People always care about Nate. Like, look, he got paid. Did you see the payouts? $500K, dude.
Yeah, to 300.
Yeah, so, you know, can he do it? Possibly, dog. Possibly. He doesn't look the same anymore.
I don't think he can, dog. I don't even think he could. I mean, obviously he's a fucking dog. We watched it. But like you said, these young bucks that are coming up, dog, like fucking time has never been anybody's fucking superpower, right?
Yeah.
It's always been the demise of everybody. Is
cliche. Father time is undefeated. Yeah.
It is 100%. So it's like to get him in there, dog, with anybody, I'm like, I don't know. But I mean, like Nate said,
would the UFC sign him again? Like, would they want to do that? You know, because he's not going to want to sign for a multi-fight deal. He's going to want to fight for a one-fight contract or something, you know? Like,
yeah,
fight Leon Edwards, fight Conor McGregor for the trilogy, and then that's probably it. UFC, if you're going to sign them, if you want to sign with them, they want you to sign for multiple deals so they can squeeze as much money out of you as possible.
Yeah.
You know? So,
and Nate is at a point where he's not going to accept what they're going to offer, and they're not going to offer what he expects. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's just, I think even if they tried to go in on it, I don't think either they would never compromise. So either party would never be happy. It would never be a deal.
If we ever see Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz, I don't think it's going to be in the UFC, bro. It'll be outside the UFC.
Yeah. It'll be in bare knuckle. Conor, I mean, that would be fucking dope. I would love to see that. Did I just fucking predict the greatest fight of all time, dog?
Bare knuckle, dog. Oh, and then Nate can't take him to the ground. I think he loses that fight.
And Nate, think about it, dog. Think about how quickly we talk about them opening up. Nate, dog.
He cuts like if you breathe on him too heavily, dude.
Dog, you sneeze around him and he's in the same room. He fucking just starts bleeding. Oh, fuck, man. You know, so yeah, bare knuckle. We'll call it right now, dog. By this time next year, you're gonna see bare knuckle Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz. I think it's gonna happen.
You know, we're degenerates. We'll watch it all, bro. Even if he goes back to the UFC and tries to fight for gold, this is we're addicts when it comes to this shit. So we'll be there.
I remember Brendan Schaub saying one time, he's like, "I love fighting." He's like, "I'll watch two grasshoppers fight." That's how I feel, dog. I fucking just, and it's just competition. It's not necessarily even fighting. Dog, I don't know if you watched it, but I think I talked to you about it. I watched the hot dog eating contest the other day.
Yeah. I didn't catch it.
My daughter picked the second place winner, dog. Right off the bat, they're coming out. There's like 10 of them, and she's like, "I think
you got her addicted to competition, dude."
Yeah. Yeah. It starts. She's like, "Daddy," she's like, "Could you bet on this?" I'm like, "Oh hell yeah, you can." But yeah, dog. So they're walking out. She's like, "I think that guy's gonna win," and I'm like, "Come on now, stop embarrassing yourself, dog." She fucking guessed the dude that got second place. I was like, "Fuck." But
that's what's up, dude.
Yeah, but anyway, dog.
Hey, so you said you wanted to talk about Stavi. What'd you want to bring up about Stavi? Stavros.
Just dog that. Stavros is somebody, and I don't know if it goes this way for you, but this is how it went for me. I wanted to hate him. Just like, he reminds me, dog, of me if I wouldn't have even matured a little bit leaving high school. You know? Like, he looks like he's like obnoxious and fucking whatever. And I wanted to hate him. I'd hear him in like interviews and hear his laughing and shit. And I fucking wanted to hate him, but I fucking dig his fucking podcast. And when he's on other people's podcasts, I really dig him. And I was like, I thought I would fucking hate this dude, but just listening to his podcast, like I was listening to one recently. I don't know if it was his new one, but it was fucking hilarious. There's some dude calling in about...
The call-ins are hilarious, bro. Dog. Oh my God, those are the best ones.
There was a dude calling in about is his fucking like big ass wiener. Is it like... He was kind of like, women don't go on more than one date with me or some shit. Is it, my cock?
You heard my phone call on Stavi's World, dude?
Well, he was like, and then Stavi goes, hold on. This goes against everything I ever have wanted to do. He's like, but I need to feel sorry for this guy with a huge dick. It was just, the way he said it was fucking funny because he's like, I don't want to feel sorry for this guy or give him advice, but I'm about to. And it was fucking hilarious. And I was just like, Doug, he's just fucking... And I think part of it, him, Shane, all of those dudes that are about our age, they hit with us because their references... Like, Doug, I was listening to fucking Jeremiah Watkins one time on fucking like Kill Tony years ago, right? And I think Jeremiah's roughly our age, maybe a little older. And he was doing something on Kill Tony, and he was like did like the home improvement shit or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
it hits hard for you, huh? Because you're like, I
was like, oh, I grew up fucking watching that shit. And then he was like, I think they were doing the home improvement cast, the band was. And then like Jeremiah's like, you know what that needs? More power. And I'm like, anybody that knows fucking home improvement knows that Tim always wanted more power and shit. And stupid little shit like that. I'm like, that shit always hits with me, especially because I'm like, that was my generation. So even like fucking Shane Gillis, dog, I think I've told you before, one of the things that made me laugh so hard was when he was like, yeah, dude, he was like, I watched WrestleMania the other day. And he was like, I haven't watched this shit in years. He's like, I heard Stone Cold's music. He goes, I almost fucking cried, dude. And then he was like, took him back to like being a kid and shit, right? And I'm like, dog, think about when we were in 5th and 6th grade. That was
Stone Cold was my shit.
Yeah, it was the shit. You hear that glass breaking, and you're like, oh, right. And then walking out with his fucking vest and his chodies and shit, and you're like, fuck yeah, dog. And it's just those. I think that's why those dudes fucking.
I love how you go to the chonies. I'm thinking jean shorts, dog, and y'all hitting his chonies. Hell yeah.
Well, dog, because I'm picturing him walking from backstage. And he fucking had his vest with like his fucking gold chain or whatever the fuck, dog. His knee brace and his chonies. I'm like, fuck yeah, dog. Fuck yeah. Dog, I remember my friend, our friend, I call him Miklo. One time, dog, I never forget, we were at his fucking house, and we always said his dad looked like Stone Cold, right? Because his dad was a big-ass, tall, white guy with the fucking goatee. And I remember one time, fucking... We're across the street at the fucking like abandoned house across the street, and we're fucking chilling, and we hear, Miklo, better get your ass over here, boy. And we're like, oh fuck, the fuck happened to Miklo, right? And then I hear his mom saying something about, I just got a call from your teacher, and then the dad goes, you better get your head out of your ass, boy. And the fucking door closed, and I go, oh fuck. So when we retold that story, we're like, damn, dog, remember when your dad came and he was like fucking flipping you off in his little black chonies? And he was all fucking cracking open beers and shit. Yeah. Remember that shit? And then, oh, fuck, dog. It's to this day, fucking, we'll still talk about that. But yeah, dog, that was our shit. And I think back to my original point about Stabby, his references and shit that he'll say sometimes, you're like, oh, shit, dog. That either takes me back, they're unlocking a memory or something, and just makes it so relatable. So I think a big part of podcasts and stand-up and all that shit, dog, is like, if it's relatable, it's gonna fucking hit, you know?
His crowd work stuff is really good, bro. Like, he has really good crowd work stuff out there. And the thing is about like comedians who do crowd work, a lot of crowd work, the other comedians look down on them because they think it's like an easy muscle that for us, maybe it's not as easy to be able to bounce back and forth off the top of the dome with crowd work, you know, because what should I relate it to? Like hip hop, bro. There's a reason that the best freestyler is not the biggest rapper, bro. Right? Like that's kind of the same thing. Like it's a muscle of stand up. But the thing about Stabby that I like about Stabby is that he has great crowd work. And if you look at his specials, his written shit is really, really good too, bro. He has a special on Netflix and he has a special on YouTube. Both of them made me crack up. Loved them both. So yeah, no, I'm fully on board with Stabby, bro. He's hilarious. And his freaking his calls, dude. His calls are hilarious, man.
I love the calls.
I'm with you.
I love the calls, dog. They're some of my favorite. And it's funny because have you seen pictures of Stabby like even like 5-10 years ago where he had a shaved head and looked more normal and shit?
And then he chose to be more of a weirdo?
Yeah. And that's kind of when he started to hit. He got the big ugly glasses, grew out the fucking hair, it was kind of like, Doug, he was trying to fit into this mold of what's like handsome, right? Of like, he's like, fuck it, I'm going bald, I'm gonna shave my head. He was like, he had like tracksuits and shit where he was trying to be somewhat cool or whatever. or like the Adidas fucking suits and shit or whatever, which I still fucking love. But then you see him, he looked like fucking dog. He looked like Bobby Kelly, almost like fucking bald guy, heavy, whatever. And then transforms into letting his hair grow and saying, fuck it, I have glasses, I'm gonna get the biggest, most obnoxious one because I fucking like him, right? I think just being himself really fucking made him just fucking go fucking like right into the fucking stratosphere of fucking stand up. Because if you look at that, you're like, who the I wouldn't. And I'm not saying, oh, it's only because he's weird that I give him a chance, but it really does. He really does stand out in a fucking crowd, you know?
Well, when he first got into a podcast, you're right. His weird look, I'm like, I don't like this guy, right? And then
because you
like,
go,
damn,
your initial thought is
hilarious.
Your initial thought is, why would you choose to look like that? You know, like, you know, like wouldn't you put a little effort? But I think that's the best part is that it's just really himself. I don't think he's playing a character or trying to be crazy. I think he's went away from trying to fit into the mold of what you should look like and said, fuck it, I'm gonna be myself. And that's when he started to hit.
Yeah, dude. No, I agree with you. But he's great. You know, if people aren't on Stavros, bro, you guys need to get on it real quick because he's gonna blow up. He's gonna be like the Shane Gillis. He's gonna be like all the people that are big right now. He's right in line with those guys. And he was on the Shane Gillis show, dude. Tires. He was hilarious on that.
Yeah.
Shane just said on the Patreon that he's gonna. This might be transitioning, but he just said on the podcast that they're gonna go shoot next week. He's gonna start shooting season 2 and writing season 2.
Yeah,
he's gonna be up in Philadelphia for a while.
Is that where they're shooting it?
I guess that's where the tire shop is. It's actually like a homie's like dad's tire shop.
Oh, really? I thought it was like a set.
Yeah. No, they actually found like he said that it's actually his buddy's like dad's tire shop, and he goes like the real restroom in the tire shop is the restroom we all had to take shits in and stuff, dude.
Oh man, really? I didn't thank you for that fucking behind the scenes knowledge because I didn't know that.
Yeah. He said that he left his mic on one time, dude, and he was like taking a shit.
Oh my god, dog! That's a fucking. I know we've said it a million times, but that's a top 3 podcast for me. Matt and Shane.
Yeah, it's so good, bro. They're good.
3,
I like it
100%. Oh, dog! Real quick, this isn't on our shit that we were going to talk about, but you know what I watched, and it might be old because I think it's from like 2023, but it was actually a pretty good fucking documentary. Was the one on fucking Nickelback.
Never watched it. What was it on?
It's on Netflix, and it's from 2023. I watched it like 2 days ago, and dog, it's fucking good. It's a little long. I'll give you that much. The last like 20 minutes, you're like, they could have wrapped this up a little quicker, but it's like 2 hours, dog, and it's fucking good. It talks about how, you know, like
does it
how
talk about all the hate they get?
That's the majority of the shit. It talks about like it's going through when they started out and fucking, you know, their upbringing, all that bullshit, how they got signed to like a fucking metal label and everybody on the metal label fucking hated them, right? Yeah. And then how like they fucking started getting big and they fucking just blew up out of nowhere, right? It was like boom, 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 boom after hit after hit after hit. And then fucking
dog, they're like the Drake of the rock world, bro. Like they're just the hit makers.
And
popular
hit after hit after hit,
and people love to hate on them.
And it was just like, it's crazy to talk about like how that like affected them and shit, and how like fucking their lead singer Chad fucking then he gets into like a relationship with Avril Lavigne, so then I fucking turned it off. And then
oh man,
this is
dating
bullshit.
Your girl. You got married to your girl.
But yeah, dog.
Is she still your number one, dog? Is she still your number one?
I would have said number 1, but she's
1.5. She's 1.5.
Honestly, dog, it's not like a cool answer, but easily top 3 for me. And I think there's just that part of me, dog, that when I was a kid and she first hit the fucking scene with fucking Complicated and Skater Boy, I was like, oh my god, this is who I'm gonna fucking marry. Right. And then after dog fucking I remember, dog, we were like sophomores in high school and fucking bitches were walking around with like their fucking ties and shit, like they were fucking like
I remember that.
Yeah, coming down like Maine, the stairs. and you would see them wearing like a tank top with like a tie, and you were like, "You'll never be Avril," you know. And but I remember
that shit off.
fucking just choke the bitch.
You over there,
But dog, it was like I was like, yeah. So it just fucking carried on throughout fucking the next 25 years, dog. I'm still like, yeah. But
the documentary was good.
It was really good. I thought it was really good, and it's. I didn't want to say that to like, maybe even like the Covino and Rich audience, the after show audience, because my reputation is, oh, you like corny music, you probably love Nickelback. But I'm like, no, dog, this has nothing to do with me enjoying pop music or what, because I don't even really care for Nickelback, right? It's just they're all you like anybody else. You hear them on the radio a lot, cool, whatever.
Both of us like music a lot, so anything music related, we kind of watch, bro. It's almost like fucking fighting or whatever, bro. Like we're combat sports. It's the same thing. We're both into music, so it's interesting. And
you know what? I'll tell you, if you want to watch some music documentaries that are not even not the mainstream, but if you want a place where you're like, I never knew they had music docs, a good place is Amazon. Amazon's, yeah, their video library, like their Prime library or whatever, has some good documentaries on music, dog. I remember I watched maybe, I would say at least like 5 that were really good. So if you ever get
Bill Simmons has a it's called Music Box on Max, and he picks. So Bill Simmons, like the sports guy,
yeah.
He also does. He did a bunch of the original 30 for 30s and stuff on ESPN. He was part of the original crew that did the 30 for 30s, and he left ESPN, did this Ringer network, but he still has relationships with some of these people, and I think he has a relationship with Max, with HBO, and he threw maybe like 8 parts of documentaries up there, and they're freaking good, dude. And they're like, they're ones that you wouldn't think of, bro. Like Kenny G. He has one on Juice WRLD. Dude, I didn't know Juice WRLD like meant that much to people, bro. People like Juice WRLD is like one of those like a cult following.
Yeah, that's exactly
huge.
What I was gonna say. Yeah. It's crazy.
So they're really good there too.
I've seen kids recently, like 19 years old, 18 years old, sporting Juice WRLD shit. So it really is like culture, like dog, like growing up.
He's gone on to be like a little, I mean, probably not as much respect, but Kurt Cobainish, you know, a little bit. Like he has his what were you gonna say?
No. I forgot. But anyway, dog, yeah, music docs, fucking love them. Like, and this, I'm telling you, this Nickelback one, a little long, but other than that, I thought it was pretty fucking good. So it's worth checking out for anybody that likes music. There was Doc, my thing. It's funny because I didn't do this with Nickelback, but what I used to do, I could never watch a fucking music documentary back in the day without going and like downloading every fucking song they ever made in the history of life. Like I remember doing that with Eminem. I remember doing that with Bob Marley. I remember, dog, I would watch a documentary on like Bone Thugs. Fucking next thing you know, dog, I have a album that they recorded in fucking their.
You have their whole discography, bro.
I will fucking, dog, and it's funny because, and I did that with Jewel. Fucking, I remember she was on Howard Stern.
Yeah, she did a good job on Howard Stern.
I heard it was a fucking dope ass.
Remember, we used to be really into Howard Stern too, bro. That was another one that we bonded over.
Dog,
we got he was into Howard.
You were the one that told me because I remember how we even started listening to talk radio. You told me you're like, dude, do you remember the
This is why we're doing those Pochos Hermanos right now.
Because of this fucking reason. So Luis tells me, he's like, dude, he's like, there's this clip I want you to watch. Do you remember which one I'm talking about?
No, bro, I have no idea what you're talking about.
And he was like, Artie Lang is on this talk show, and Joe Buck is on the talk show.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're like, this dude Artie Lang, you're like, he just fucking goes in on Joe Buck, and Joe Buck is like, because Joe Buck has a reference, and he's like, yeah, I was on TMZ.com, And then Artie Lane goes, "What's your other fucking favorite website? Suckingdick.com?" And then I was like, "Oh shit!" And then from there, I was like, "Oh my god, he fucking had no problem going hard as fuck at him right there." Next thing you know, I'm like, "Oh, that dude's on Howard Stern. I'll go listen to him." Next thing you know, SiriusXM is offering a free 1-week trial. All you need is the fucking email address. So guess who had 300 fucking million email addresses?
Remember that? We made a new email every week for like 3 years, dog.
Probably more than that.
Well, I started paying for the Sirius eventually, right?
Well, I did too eventually. Yeah. But Doug, this was like 2011. And then I remember I probably started paying for Sirius maybe 2014, 2015. 4 years of just every week a free fucking
new email. Yeah. Couldn't believe that. While we're on the topic of music, though, sorry to transition here.
Not even.
What do you? So Kendrick just came out with the "Not Like Us" music video.
Mm-hmm.
So that dropped this week, and then what do you think about freaking? Oh, I'm a boss, dude. Freaking Rick Ross. Oh, don't do it anything like him, huh?
Like who are you doing?
He got his security guards got messed up, dog, in Vancouver, and he barely escaped. But I heard he kind of got messed up a little bit too because he played the "Not Like Us" song on stage, bro, and Canada just turned on them, bro, and messed them up. Yeah, dog. Like this shit's going to another level, homie. I don't know, dude. It's kind of like you hope it doesn't reach the Tupac fucking Biggie levels, dog.
Yeah,
that would be sad, dog.
That's where I was thinking. I'm like, dog, I wonder if it'll head that way to where, man, that would suck. I mean, either one of those dudes. I mean, to have anybody fucking die like that sucks. But just over some bullshit like this, damn, that would suck.
It happens, bro. I forgot who I was listening to. Oh, you know what? It was the Fully Loaded. One of the nights that they did a podcast, and they had Whitney Cummings on there, and he said when Pete Davidson was dating Kim, that he legit told her like, "Oh, I have to cancel my show in Houston. I can't touch down in Houston. It could get like he thought that Kanye could get him fucking killed in Houston, dog."
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so like this shit's real, bro. Like I don't think Drake could hit LA right now, bro.
Yeah,
you can't go over Cali right now. Like it's not safe, probably, or he always has to travel with a grip of security, dude, and that shit ain't cheap. If he has to do that for the rest of his life, why live that way, homie? Like, I get why J. Cole bowed out of the whole thing and said, "I'm good.
Yeah,
I don't need to partake in this." Like, because he gets to keep just living his life, stepping down at any state, and not having to worry or look behind his shoulder, dude, over his shoulder, that something's gonna happen, bro. You know. But anyways, yeah, Rick Ross got fucked up.
What do you think about? You said having to live the rest of your life like that and shit, Doug. What do you think about Tekashi 6ix9ine, dog? Where is he at? And do you think he has to live like that, dog? Like,
yeah, did you see there was maybe like last year or a year and a half ago where he got fucked up in just like a gym showers and shit?
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah. He legit just started getting fucked up by like 3 fucking dudes.
Yeah. Yeah, and dog, like, it's just crazy because I remember seeing something around that time. That was when he was starting to make like put videos up and shit on like social media and shit, and still with his cars and shit and all that. And I'm like, dog, that's somebody that has to, because dog, he fucking.
His is a different thing though, dude. He snitched, dog. Like that is this other stuff. You hope just stays music, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, it's not even like. This is just music that they made for against each other, and you have to live that way. That dude, snitched, dog.
It's crazy,
it's a different thing.
It is 100%. You're right, but it's crazy getting like having this life, fucking your life in jeopardy over fucking songs. It's basically, dog, like over fucking like shooting somebody over an insult.
Yeah,
like you fucking like fuck you, your mama, my mama. You know, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you want to talk about mama? Like, that's how, that's crazy, dog. That's hella crazy.
Hey, while we're on the freaking gossip right now, bro.
Mhm.
You see, Ryan Garcia got banned from I think it was WBC or whatever for his racial slurs and shit.
No.
They suspended him. No, not suspended him. They cut him. Like you're not allowed to box in our for our organizations anymore. For our
Yeah,
he started dropping M bombs, though, like crazy, and like even the Golden Boy said like they condemned him and shit, bro. I think he still signed a Golden Boy, but yeah, he got cut from man.
WBC?
I don't want to WBC or one of those
WBO or some shit like.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Man.
And there you go, dude. There's an example, bro. I couldn't find what he said on the internet anywhere, and I went to Reddit and I found that shit.
Oh yeah, see, it's not just about smut.
It's not just dirty, homie.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I did hear when I was at my buddy's last night, I heard somebody talking about it, but only vaguely. And it's when Shakur was fighting, and they started talking about Ryan Garcia and shit, and then somebody mentioned that, but I only have heard it, and I really didn't give a fuck, you know. But yeah, that's crazy. That I didn't know that he got cut. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, that's crazy that I missed the Shakur fight and I missed the freaking Deontay Wilder fight. And I'm all into combat sports, but I'll watch Power Slap and freaking BKFC, dog. You know?
Yeah,
damn. I feel ashamed.
No, don't. There's so much. That's why, dog. It's not like, you know.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj. No, I know, dog. I didn't have a whole lot of fucking thoughts on it, but I know you wanted to talk a little bit about fucking Bronny and getting to our fucking Lakers. So,
what do you think about it?
Nepotism, right? And that's one of the words that's thrown out there. Dog, I'm kind of like, I don't get. I understand.
What kind of? Yeah, go ahead. Never mind. I was
no, you go.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You understand?
I'm still gathering my thoughts.
I think one, it's badass, dog. You get to play with your pops, like enough with that.
Level.
Like to me, like okay, hate all you want. That's still fucking kick ass, dog. Like that is dope. And I'm not even a big LeBron fan, right? But
Same.
The fact that he's played this long and he's gonna be able to do that, that is dope, bro. Beyond like measure to be able to do that with your kid. Nepotism. I mean, who cares, dog? Like,
it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. That's number one. But secondly, like, what kind of quality player were they gonna get at pick 55 in the second
round? Yeah, yeah.
I heard something about Mark Cuban, bro, and he was like, yeah, I forget when it was, but it was back in the day, bro, and I don't remember if he drafted an Indian or Chinese or something like that, right? Somebody that has a big population. And they go like, why'd you do it? He goes, because we just gained 1 billion freaking like people that are going to watch us for just because we drafted that dude from their country, bro. Like, It goes, and basically, what were we going to use that pick with? Like, we weren't going to get anything of quality at that stage. But it's all strategy. And he's like, now we just gained 1 billion fans by just throwing this flyer out there and drafting this dude from India or whatever. Right. So like, it's smart, bro. Like there's strategy to those things for sure. For this, the strategy is let's keep LeBron. Let's make sure he stays a little bit longer, you know?
Yeah, no, I think the best thing you said is that what quality player are they going to get in the second round? What was it, 55, 56?
55, yeah.
Doug. So at that point, you're basically going for mediocre player versus mediocre player, right? So it's like, so who the fuck are you going to take? Mediocre player, no name, or mediocre player, fucking basically baby LeBron James, not skill-wise, but just to have him on the team. And I'm like, dog, I don't understand where people are fucking hating as far as like, oh, this is a terrible move and this and that or whatever. Because, dog, like you said, Even dog, say LeBron waits a couple more years, dog. He has both of his boys with him. How fucking nuts would that be, right?
Yeah.
But just this alone, it's such a fucking and dog. We grew up, you and I, hardcore Kobe fans, right? We're fucking to the. You know how hard it was when LeBron came to the Lakers for us to fucking
like, even like know? We were so conflicted on.
You know how many
dude,
years?
I don't like him, but I gotta root for the Lakers, dude.
Yeah, you know how many years it took for us to like him, and it's like, dog. But how do you fucking just hate on that? Like, I'm thinking if it was somebody like, I don't know, dog. If it was Stephen Curry or somebody that's not even on my team, I think I would still be like, but that's a cool fucking. I don't think it's ever been done, has it, in the NBA?
No, it's never happened. Never. So how kick-ass is that, bro? He's been exceptional. He's been exceptional amongst exceptional people. LeBron. So that's kick-ass. All the records he has is kick-ass. Now he gets to play with his kid. That's kick-ass.
Yeah.
For the Lakers, dude, probably the most famous franchise in the league. That's kick-ass. Like, all of it is just, it's a fairy tale, bro. And he worked his ass off to do it, bro. And I am such a LeBron fucking hater.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Dog.
I feel weird defending him.
No, and the thing is, dog, it's like,
we sound like such Laker dick writers, dude.
I don't care, dog. Another thing is, dog, and this is, okay, nepotism, right? It's going to happen anywhere. So fucking, it happens. Who gives a fuck, right? The thing, though, that I think is this is just non-sports related, but how fucking cool, dog. How many fucking birthdays did LeBron miss? How many fucking being on the road? How many Christmases or whatever the fuck, dog? How many times did the Lakers play on Christmas Day or the Cavs or whoever LeBron was on at the time, Miami? This motherfucker missed, and dog, now he gets to not only be in the league with this kid where he might see him here and there, he gets to travel with them. That
be with him day to day.
That has to be the ultimate fucking, come around.
But not only doing the stuff they probably did in the driveway.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All right, you do this and you do this. Now he gets to do it in the Lakers practice facilities, dude, doing the same shit. It's dope, dude. And like you said, it's everywhere. Bro, at the freaking company that I work for, there's a whole generation of kids now starting to start working there, bro. And it's from people that work, higher up. All of a sudden, their kids are working there, bro.
Your kid's got a little polo, huh? You're all, can you believe these kids?
You worked your ass off to provide those opportunities for your kid, bro. So, like, I think it was O'Shea Jackson, dude, a junior or whatever, freaking Ice Cube's kid, who said, well, why wouldn't I take advantage of the opportunities of this nepotism? Like, it would be a disrespect of my dad's hard work not to take advantage of these situations. He worked his ass off, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't got no hate on it. I think it's cool.
And think about it, dog, just from like another standpoint of where these athletes, Ice Cube, these people that came, dog, from fucking some hard ass backgrounds to be able to not only provide for your kids, to give them opportunities to provide for themselves. Why the fuck not, dog? What do you want from your kids? You want your kids to do better than you did, right? Your goal in life is to do slightly, or I feel like your parents feel accomplished if you do better than them, right? You want the same for your kids. You want to do well and have your kids do better than you, right? And so why not provide them, nepotism or fucking not? If it's not nepotism, fucking because of family and shit, it's gonna be who you know, right? Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be so okay. Oh, you know what?
This world moves because of who you know, dude. In every industry.
I'll give you an example. On the Cosby Show, you remember did you ever watch the Cosby Show back in the day?
Kinda, bro. A little bit.
There was a neighbor, right? I forget what his name was, but he was like, my brother said, it's not about what you know, but who you know. And they go, They go, who does your brother know? He goes, nobody. That's why he don't have a job.
Hey, damn, Cosby Show is good.
That's some good shit. Yeah, no, but it's true, right? All right. It's you could know so much, but who do you know? You're right. And I know people can say, nah, fuck that. You know, I make my own opportunities and this and this. And yeah. That's all cool. But still, it's out there.
Yeah. Dude, I'm all for it. I like it. It's good. Good choices.
Yeah.
What else you got, dude?
That was pretty much it. I
got like 2 more topics, maybe.
Go ahead. Let's hit them.
Well, Pochos Hermanos, dude, we got to hit on freaking soccer for a little bit, dog.
All right. I'm going to let that be all you because I don't know shit about soccer. So let's see.
I told you that we had the Euro Cup and the Copa America, South American Confederation, and the European Confederation. We're both doing their cups right now. They're down to the semis, both cups. They just both hit them this weekend. It's been great, dude. If you haven't been watching it and you guys didn't listen to me after the first episode to watch this shit, my goodness, it's been good. And one thing I take away from both tournaments in Cristiano Ronaldo was in the European one because he's from Portugal, and Lionel Messi was in the South American one because he's from Argentina. Dog, man, maybe it's a freaking theme of this episode, but Father Time's undefeated, dog. They don't look like the same players no more, man. I feel bad. Like,
yeah,
you could just see it, man. You could just see it. It's not the same people, man. It sucks to see the greatest, some of the greatest of all time when that decline starts to happen, bro. But the quality of soccer or football has been amazing, dude. It's been really good. Colombia looks so good, dude, and they have not been, let's say, a superpower for freaking soccer as long as I can remember, but they look so good. And then obviously in the European League, dude, it's the typical, it's the usual suspects. France, Spain, England doesn't look as good, but they're in the semis. They made it. And Netherlands, dude. Netherlands is always there. So I remember. It's been good.
I was like, dog. I was like, what's your dad's favorite team? Yeah, America. I was like, oh. Like, okay. I don't know why, dog. I was thinking like fucking Manchester or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, you're like America. I was like, oh fuck, okay. Because I think I wanted to get him like a jersey or something, and I was trying to think of, I was like, what the fuck do I get him? And but it made me laugh. But I want so bad to get into it and follow it and understand it. And I'm like, I need to watch some YouTube videos because I want to understand it. Because you're talking about how good it is, but dog, I'm like, to me, it's like in boxing, the thing that discourages me is the different WBC, WBO, fuck it, you know, like that's why I like the UFC. It's like you have one fucking champion, you have one league, basically. When you have all these different leagues, I'm like, well, fuck, am I watching this and it's a shitty league? And I'm like, how come nothing cool is happening? You're like, well, dog, you're watching the intro league. You should be watching the fucking, like, I'm like, I don't fucking know. I have to do some research, dog, because I really want to get into it. I just don't want to waste my time. It's not that
difficult. It's not. People make it seem like it is, but it's just like you got the NBA.
Okay.
Right? And NBA has 30 teams or whatever, right? That is just a league. But that's the United States league. There's a Japanese league. There's a Chinese league. There's leagues all over the world for basketball. Same thing. And then the only difference is that they do like local. It would be like if we did, which they kind of do, but they do like the World Basketball Classic or Championship. Sorry, World Basketball Championship. But it would be more like if they did a North American tournament in addition to the Olympics, right? So that you have your NBA league that is the United States league that has a bunch of different teams. So just like Spain has their soccer league. And they have Barcelona, they have Real Madrid, dude. So they have those teams. People play for those teams, but then they all go home to their country's teams. And then the country plays in multiple tournaments. They either do the Euro Cup for the European Confederation, where they do, and then there's the whole World Cup where all the freaking countries play for the And it's like that's more like the NBA Olympics, right? So it's the same thing, dude. It's not that crazy to follow.
So the World Cup is that annual? Is it every 4 years?
It's every 4 years. It's every 4 years. The Euro Cup is every 4 years. Copa America, don't remember, dude. I want to say it's every 4 years as well. And then the North American one has the Gold Cup. So it's the same. It's the same thing everywhere, bro. It's not that bad, but it's been so good. It's been very good. I recommend people watch the semis and the finals. I went to. It's cool because I went to my family's family little reunion that they do every year for 4th of July, and all my cousins and uncles, dog, they're soccer fans. So all of us are all talking. We're in the pool, and everyone's like, "Dude, did you see fucking?" Like we're just vibing on the soccer talk, bro. You know,
yeah.
And it's tight. Like that gets it's cool when you get to be around people that know it, and I recommend people get into it, bro. It's so good. It's so exciting. But yeah, quality of soccer has never been better. It's so good, and I fully recommend people do the Euro Cup and the Copa America, dude. Right now, while you can, because this is Lionel Messi's final go, bro. This is it, because he's gonna be in his 40s, dude, by the next World Cup when it comes around. So it's not. Yeah. This is it. He probably won't be on the Argentina team for the World Cup. Yeah. So Canada, believe it or not, Canada made it to the semis for the Copa America. I think it's Argentina, Colombia. Damn, who's the other one that won? I'm blanking right now. But anyways, yeah. That's it. That's all I got for soccer. But I think people need to watch it.
There's 4 teams left, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I could get into that. I could get that and break it down and then follow that and then
there's 4 teams in both cups right now left.
Fuck. See.
I was like, but they're like separate things. They're separate things.
Okay.
But they're good. They're both good. Brazil just got. Oh, it's Uruguay. Uruguay's the last one remaining in Copa America over there too. So it's Uruguay, Argentina, Canada, and Colombia for the Copa America. Very good. I recommend people watch it. Uruguay looks really good.
Yeah, I definitely want to watch it. Yeah. So hopefully by the time we check back next week, I'll have watched a couple of games and I'll be able to contribute a little bit to the conversation.
The Copa America final is a week from today. So it'll be happening during this week. My last thing I got, dude, and it kind of hits a different topic that we usually do, bro, but we kind of touched on it a little bit, when I went into degradation of society, bro. But did you watch the debate? What'd you think about the debate? Do you follow shit like that, D? Or did you pay attention? Did you watch any highlights of the Biden-Trump debate? What do you think?
I would be lying if I told you I did. I didn't watch it. I heard a couple of things. I heard that Joe Biden answered all the questions. There's a couple of things, but I had what's your take on it? I didn't catch anything.
I don't know, dude. It just makes you sad, bro.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. Is that you're seeing the decline of a fucking human.
Yeah.
And so when you see Joe Biden fucking like was it Joe Rogan that I heard that said when they were saying when Joe Biden's like, you answered all the questions, it was Joe, because he goes, he's like, that's how you talk to a child. If my wife would have told me that, I would have started laughing because I would have thought she was fucking with me. But Jon Stewart did a little take on it. I recommend people watch it. It was only like a 7 or 8 minute take on YouTube. Well, it was on the Daily Show, but they cut it up for YouTube, and he clowns on both sides, bro. Yeah.
That's the crazy part is I think certain people are now starting to see that if you go too much to one side, that people are gonna go like, dude, we're not fucking with you guys, right? So
yeah,
some of the people like the Democrats or people that are traditionally left are kind of coming back more to the center. And Jon Stewart was traditionally left. And he just kind of taking a center take on it. And even his jokes made you feel a little bit sad, dog. Like, I didn't even laugh at a couple because I'm like, dude. Like, because that's somebody's like grandpa and shit, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to. And
not even, dog. That's somebody's dad. That's somebody's cousin. That's
You see him get all confused and just kind of like, and then people start laughing, but then also you could hear people go like, "Oh," because you should have some sympathy, dog. Like, man, that looks sad, dude. It looks sad when he just spaces out, you know. You know, and the other side, you know, what can you say about that other side, bro? It makes you sad for what you're seeing, but it also makes you sad that these are our choices. You know, it's kind of like that's the takeaway that I came away from it. I'm like, oh man, this seems so weird. What's happening, dude? It is. It does feel like it's a collapse of a fucking global superpower, bro. This is what happened to fucking Rome and Greece and shit, dog. It's just man, I don't know.
Dog, have you seen there's like a meme or something that it was like, hold on. It was like, I'm watching the final season of the United States of America. Like, that's how it feels sad, a lot, dude. Right?
It is. It does feel like it's the final season, dog. You know?
Did you see there was a clip that came out of Trump fucking talking shit about Kamala Harris? He was like, fuck, what does he say on it? He's like, yeah, she's so fucking stupid. He's like on a golf cart, dog. And it's like somebody's camera is like off to the side. And he's just bagging on her, dog. And that's the thing, dog, is that you can't even like laugh at shit like that because then people are like, oh, they're pro-Trump.
People think you take a side and shit.
Yeah,
dude,
but I'm like,
so crazy.
But I'm like, dog, if that was in comedy or a TV show, you know, and they're like, hey, Corey from Boy Meets World was fucking saying, oh yeah, Topanga's fucking and just the way you hear it, because it's kind of like not supposed to be let out. You're like, that shit was fucking funny because one, this dude's a fucking savage. One, you're just like, it has nothing to do politically. It's just kind of like, I thought that shit was kind of fucking funny.
But you're not allowed to laugh anymore, bro. Or you're not even allowed to talk about these things without people blowing up and getting so sensitive.
Yeah.
No matter what side they're on, dog.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say what side I used to lean. I used to lean to one side, and I moved to the middle. And when you move to the middle and you see, it becomes so much clearer, dude. Like how much brainwashed you are by picking a side, and then, dude, it's almost like the YouTube algorithm. You only get fed the same stuff that is pro what you think, because that's what you're watching. And you only watch certain channels, right? So you just kept getting fed the same stuff, and you get brainwashed, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Coming to the center has completely opened your eyes to, man, both sides. It sucks, dude. It sucks. That's my take.
No, 100%, dog. I fucking what is it?
Can't have a discussion anymore, bro.
Dog, was it? I don't know if it was on Freaks and Geeks or some shit. And they were like, oh yeah, my English teacher is like a Democrat or some shit. And the dad's like, everybody's a Democrat until they get a little bit of money. And then and it's just like, it's so true though, dog, because it's like you grow up one way, either Democrat, Republican, whatever. And then as you become an adult and you start looking at the world and shit, and you start either making money or not making money or whatever, you form your own opinion if you're not just fucking brainwashed, right? And once you form your own opinion, you're like, fuck, dog, like you said, if you are balls deep in either side, you're kind of like, what the fuck? Like, are you just, you don't even give a fuck about the issues because you just know I'm this.
Yeah, right? I'm part of this club over here, you know? And we align on all these issues this side, you know? You're like, bro, you have to be able to think, right? Like, think for yourself, dog. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
You know what reminded me what you just said? There's an old joke. Maybe we'll just close it out with this joke. But it said this little girl was with her dad, right? And saw a homeless guy. And said, God, I'm going to butcher this joke, dog.
We'll cut it up to make it make sense.
It said something like, Dad, we should do something about it, right? And the dad goes, okay, I'll tell you what. Instead of giving him money, I'll have you mow the lawn, and I'll pay you, and you can give him the money, right, to help him out. And she goes, why not just hire him and pay him directly? And that the dad goes, welcome to the Republican Party. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, dude, I don't know. You're right. Things kind of change and stuff. But it's funny. I know. I used. I would be around a couple of people that were very like liberal, and I'm kind of a center person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when it comes to money, I do think that way. But you're right. They thought because I made more money and stuff that's why I was like would vote this way, right?
Yeah.
But and like no, dude, I think about the issues, dog.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. It's weird, but you hate to see what's happening, bro. And that debate didn't leave you feeling like, okay, dude, country's going in a great direction, dog.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we get one more
candidate.
One more. No, we get one more. What's the word I'm looking for, dog? We get one more term from either one. And then in 4 years, dude, it's just a reset and we get fucking good candidates. And the whole country just kind of goes, all right, dude, are we done with the circus, dog? Let's fucking.
Yeah.
It's done. Right?
I see that. But, dog, I definitely think. I heard this. I don't know what podcast I was listening to. But they're just like there's an age limit to become president.
Yeah.
There needs to be one. There needs to be a cutoff.
On the top end. Yeah.
I don't know if that's 70.
There's one to get in, but there should be one on. Yeah.
Because
it's 35, right? It's 35 to be president?
Yeah, because you go, okay, anybody under 35 maybe hasn't lived as much life or whatever. Anybody over like 70, like, dog, come on now.
Yeah.
Even 75 if you want to be gracious. But after that, dog, think about anybody
75 seems like high.
Hey, fucking 72 and a half.
Yeah.
Right? Because like 75, like you said, is getting up there. 70, I think of people that are 70, like Rich's dad, right? Greg. He's still there, got his fucking, all his brains and everything. 72, okay, cool. 70, yeah, like you mentioned, 75. We'll say 72. Why not 35 to 72?
That's a good number. Yeah.
Why not? Like, why is it that you could be 119 just because you can produce fucking kids until you die? Doesn't mean you should be able to be president until you die.
No, dude. No, you can be losing your marbles, bro. And then what happens is that that they're not even the ones making the decisions then. You're voting for people you're electing people.
You're voting for people
running. Yeah, you're running. The people running the country are not even the people you're voting for. It's just people that are appointed by the person, So, yeah.
And are they even appointed by the person at that point where they can't even fucking make up their mind or did I tie my shoes? Like, how the fuck are they even appointing people at that point? Mm-hmm. It's crazy. It is crazy.
And then, if you look at the left, bro, those are the people saying that if you vote for Trump, democracy is on the line, dude. This is the whole point, is that that's not a democracy. When you're not even voting for the people when the people running the country are not even the people you're voting for, that's literally not a democracy, bro. Like, so the people fighting for it are literally doing what they're saying is what the other side's doing too, bro. It's all fucked up. Everything's fucked up.
It is. But like you said, I can't wait for this term to be over and get a reset, whatever that may be. I'm just hoping with the reset, we go a little bit younger. Let's go fucking a little bit younger. Come on.
We got a little too real on that, huh? For Pochos Hermanos. We got a little too serious.
I know. But
if you want to cut it, dog. It doesn't matter.
I'm not gonna cut it, dog. We're Los Pochos Hermanos. We're not Los Pochos fucking bitches. We'll put this out there. What people have to say, they have to say. And if they don't like it, well, they don't have to listen. Think about what Joe Rogan said way back in the day, 2009. He's putting his show out. And Ari Shaffir's like, you got to cut it up. You got to make it shorter. Nobody's going to listen for 3 hours. What did Joe say? Then they don't have to listen.
Damn.
Los Pochos Hermanos.
The next Joe Rogan.
That's what I'm saying, dog. We're the whole Seth Rogans. But yeah, dog.
All right, doggy.
We'll wrap this bitch up and we will see you guys next time.
Thank you everybody for listening if you made it to the end.
Oh, one more thing. Remember when we were going to record and we're trying to figure out our schedule and we're like, fuck it. We don't have to worry that much. It's not like anybody's waiting, right? Fucking Ralph hit me up. So what's up, bro? No fucking episode this week?
What up, Ralph?
Shout out to you guys, Chris Desmondes, all you fucking people out there. Fucking, we appreciate you guys listening. So, yeah, Los Pochos Hermanos. We'll see you guys in episode number 3 or 4.
Here we go.
Episode 4, right?
Later.
Episode 4. Peace.
Porque este es mi mundo, mis hijos no estarán solos sin mí ni un segundo. Todos son de mentiras, no les doy ni un minuto. Siempre he sabido que soy yo versus este mundo. No tengo miedo a morir porque este es mi mundo. Mis hijos no estarán solos sin mí ni un segundo. Todos son de mentiras, no les doy ni un minuto. Siempre he sabido que soy yo contra este mundo.